What if the most famous structure on Earth is not what we think? What if the Great Pyramid of Giza isn't a tomb, but a message? A complex, three-dimensional parable etched in millions of stone blocks, left by a civilization that understood reality in a way we've forgotten. For centuries, we've been told a simple story. A pharaoh built a monument for his eternal rest. But this story is full of holes. No body was ever found, no burial treasures, no inscriptions claiming it as a tomb. All we have is an empty stone box in a stark granite chamber. The official narrative is a fragile shell, and tonight we crack it open. We will explore a parable they never wanted you to hear, a story of lost science, celestial mechanics, and a warning about a cycle we may be living through right now. The secrets of the pyramid are not buried deep within. They are hidden in plain sight, encoded in its mathematics, its frequencies, and its silent gaze at the stars. Let's begin with the numbers. The dimensions of the Great Pyramid encode fundamental mathematical constants with breathtaking precision. The perimeter divided by twice its height yields the value of pi. The surface area of the faces divided by the surface area of the base yields the golden ratio, phi. The very unit of measurement used, the royal cubit, is calibrated to the polar radius of the Earth. The official story calls these coincidences, a happy accident of primitive engineering. But how many coincidences does it take before it becomes intentional design? This isn't just architecture, it's information, a deliberate encoding of cosmic knowledge into a structure designed to last for eons. They weren't stacking stones, they were writing a book in the incorruptible language of mathematics. This precision hints at a purpose far greater than burial. This leads to the first layer of the parable, the pyramid as a tool for transformation. Consider the king's chamber. It's not an opulent tomb, but an acoustic marvel of red granite, rich in quartz crystals. The chamber is tuned to a specific low-frequency hum, a frequency that resonates with the human body and the earth. The sarcophagus within also resonates at a specific harmonic. Ancient texts speak of initiation rituals, of priests entering these chambers not to die, but to experience altered states of consciousness, to travel beyond the physical body. They weren't building a final resting place, they were building a launch pad for the soul. But a launch pad to where? The answer lies not within the pyramid, but far above it. The shafts from the king's and queen's chambers, long dismissed as ventilation ducts, point with laser-like accuracy to specific star systems as they were positioned thousands of years ago. The king's chamber shaft targeted Orion's belt, which the Egyptians associated with Osiris, god of rebirth. This wasn't for providing air, it was a targeting system, an energetic conduit aligning the resonant chamber with a cosmic destination. This transforms the pyramid from a passive monument into an active machine, using granite, shape, and alignment to harness subtle energies. Imagine a structure capable of vibrating at the same frequency as the Earth, focused by its geometry. What kind of power could it unlock? Some theorize it was a power source, others a communications device, a way to interact with forces we no longer perceive. If such a sophisticated science existed, where did it go? This brings us to a darker chapter, the story of lost knowledge. History is written by victors, and knowledge that threatens power is often the first casualty. The burning of Alexandria's library is just one example. Throughout history, esoteric knowledge was driven underground, branded as heresy. Could it be that the understanding of consciousness, resonance, and earth energies, the very principles of the pyramid, was deemed too powerful, too liberating? The knowledge wasn't just lost, evidence suggests it was actively erased. But why would anyone want humanity to forget its own potential? Perhaps because a population that understands its connection to the cosmos and the true nature of their own consciousness is much harder to control. The parable doesn't end at Egypt's borders. It spans the globe. From the pyramids of Mesoamerica to mounds in China, ancient cultures, supposedly with no contact, all built them. They often share celestial alignments and are constructed on nodes of telluric energy, ley lines. Could these be more than cultural echoes? Could they be part of a single integrated system, a planetary grid designed for a purpose we can only guess? Perhaps they stabilized the planet's magnetic field or formed a global wireless energy network. These weren't isolated projects, they were nodes in a planetary grid, a silent network waiting for a signal that would reactivate their purpose. But what is the signal, and who was meant to receive it? The signal may be written in the stars. The Giza Plateau is a map of the heavens. The three pyramids mimic the size and alignment of the three stars in Orion's belt. But it's not just a snapshot, it's a timestamp. Due to the precession of the equinoxes, the stars slowly drift across the sky over a 26,000-year cycle. The Giza pyramids lock in a specific date when the alignment was perfect. That date is not during the 4th dynasty. It is much, much older, 10,500 BC. A time when, according to mainstream history, humans were primitive hunter-gatherers. The builders weren't just looking at the stars, they were communicating about them. What celestial event were they so desperate to mark? This ancient date points to the most chilling part of the parable, the pyramid as a warning. 10,500 BC falls near the end of the last ice age, a period of immense global cataclysm, the Younger Dryas, where sea levels rose and countless species vanished. What if the builders were survivors of a highly advanced civilization wiped out by this event? A civilization like our own that grew arrogant and ignored the cyclical nature of the cosmos. The pyramid, then, is not a monument to their glory, but a time capsule, an indestructible archive of their highest knowledge and gravest warning. The message wasn't of glory, but of caution, a story of a cycle we are doomed to repeat unless we learn to read the signs. The structure encodes not just their rise, but their fall, and the details of their downfall, hints of climate collapse and cosmic impacts, are disturbingly familiar. This is the final, most important layer of the parable, a message directed at us right now. We are the ones who can measure the frequencies and confirm the celestial alignments. We are the first civilization since theirs with the capacity to understand the totality of their message. The parable suggests consciousness itself is the key, that the pyramid is an instrument designed to interact with an aware observer. Its purpose is to trigger an awakening, to remind us of our place in the cosmic order. What if the final secret of the pyramid isn't buried under sand, but locked inside of us, waiting for the right question to be unlocked? The Great Pyramid is not a tomb, it is a legacy, a parable written in the language of the universe. It is a resonant machine, a celestial clock, a survivor's warning, and a key to our own dormant potential. It stands in silent testament to a chapter of human history torn from our books, waiting for a generation to hear its timeless message. The parable they never wanted you to hear is this: you are more powerful than you have been told. You are part of a cosmic cycle greater than you can imagine, and the time to awaken is now. What do you believe is the true purpose of the Great Pyramid? Is it a tomb, a machine, or something else entirely? Leave your parable in the comments below. And if you seek to uncover more truths hidden in the shadows of history, subscribe to Pyramid Parables.